So we're going to go into the watershed area that we have been restoring for over 3 years now and see the progress that we have made so far. Our theory is that trees can heal degraded land. We're going to find out if that theory is a fallacy or a truth. So we have monoplots and mixed plots of melina and teak. On the right here, we established fruit orchards. We planted soursop, Abinja gabonensis, quite a number of indigenous wild fruits. So this is a pure Terminalia superba stand. The soil was really in bad condition when we came. Look at the soil, you will still see evidence of degradation, but the color is changing. Initially it was like red earth when we came, but look at the ground now. Yes, in 3 years we can already see evidence of healing. Cleaning, site maintenance, weeding had to be done on a regular, for us to achieve this level of success. We had to work all year round. So it's a lot of investment and a lot of effort. If you are in doubt about the ability of our indigenous trees to grow, I am standing beside a Terminalia superba, and you can see that I am no match for the tree, even with a stick in my hand. We are now going into a Kaya senegalensis plot. So this is somebody's tag for their matric number. On this side, we had agroforestry plots using indigenous and also using melina and exotic species. From my own studies so far, I have observed that melina is very invasive. And in the near future, I am expecting that we will see wildlings of melina on this side. At this age, they can crop them. So what I'm trying to say is that people said forestry is a long term, because in 3 years, you can begin to make money. Iroko is a nurse tree. But the funny thing is that it does not nurse its own kind. We planted around it. Can you see the performance of the trees under the Iroko tree? Which means there is some form of symbiotic relationship between this mother tree and the trees under. And you can see now that we already have a microclimate here, doing very well. In this site we have Kaya senegalensis, Kaya grandifloria, Kaya arborensis, Terminalia superba, Pachyia biglobosa, all in this site.
So far, we've gone around the Awba Dam watershed, and we can see the result of the labor that we have put in over the years. The place is gradually coming up. The soil, edaphic soil, is actually changing. We can hear more wildlife, the birds speaking, talking, echoing, even as we pass through Awba Dam watershed. So it's a great thing. It's telling us that trees can actually heal the land. Trees can heal degraded land.
With what we are witnessing here today, we see that forestry cannot be taught in the class alone, but we plant trees on the field. And we are witnessing it here, and we have seen the beauty of planting trees.
Today I'm glad to be here, and this is an amazing environment. I can see that the UI, Department of Forestry, is complying, because you can see this is conservation of nature, and the ecosystem health you see is bouncing.
With what we've been seeing here, right from what we were taught in the class, the previous video, that the soil or the land is being degraded, and when restoration came by planting of trees and everything, in fact, this is the practical. As we came here, I saw a lot of differences.
I am a teacher, and we teach forestry. We give sometimes practical aspects. We give more of theoretical aspects. But this training on the landscape restorations and dynamics has given me a new opportunity to learn and understand the potentials of landscape restorations.
We are from North, and we are one of the region in Nigeria that suffer most from forest degradation. Attending this kind program is very, very important to us because we are an advocate already, and participating in this kind of program, I believe, will equip us with more skills and strategies toward addressing the challenges down there in the northern part of Nigeria.
Virtually all our forest reserves in Nigeria are facing a lot of degradation, encroachment, and all adverse effects. And for the past days, we have been in class, being taught about the theoretical aspect of restoration. I'm really glad to see where we see the practical aspect of it. Kudos to UI, and it's a confirmation that they practice what they preach.
I have never in my life as a student and now as a teacher been able to observe something massive developmental restoration project like this.
Actually, I believe landscaping or restoration should be a lifestyle. We should start from the little we can, and with these little efforts put together, you see that a whole lot of degraded landscape will be restored.
In the course of the training, we were taught various aspects of landscape restoration. I'm glad to see that it did not just end in the class. We could see within the environment, even the microclimates could tell us that a lot has been done.
And one of the key words I heard was that restoration begins with you. It begins with me, begins with every one of us.
I'm so happy to be here. About 3 years ago, when I was first here with my colleague, it was as if we are going to die here. But today, I'm so happy that I can see the fruits of our labor. And I would also like to encourage the practical year students that they should just keep up the good work.
That they made us see our roles. Even as a STEM educator, I have a big role to being a STEM advocate, a forest advocate, by teaching young ones, young learners to be able to see their responsibility in restoring landscape, no matter where they find themselves. So it was really, really quite exciting. The workshop has been really mind-blowing, and I'm so elated to be here.
It has been a contagious thing. It will spread across. Once we have been equipped with this particular training, and we know that sooner or later we'll be able to catch up with the degradation problem in our environment.
I came in as a facilitator, and I will say that I am privileged to be part of this when I received the invitation. But when I reached here, I told myself, no, I am not coming to facilitate, but I am coming to learn.
This Awba Dam restoration project started year 2021, and I started with the team that began this work. Virtually, this place was degraded, but today, when we get here, with what we have seen since the morning, we can see the level of restoration that has taken place. We are still seeking for more funds because this year the restoration work was somehow slowed down due to funding. But we will need more funding organizations that can collaborate with the University of Ibadan to make this work a big success.
This training has opened my eyes to various models that can be used to restore degraded forests and degraded landscapes in so many areas of Nigeria and even beyond if the opportunity comes.
Looking at the agroforestry potential of this place, it has a very good potential because I could see some plant species which have not been found here before.
3 years ago, we brought our students here to start the project, and I'm happy that the project is really gaining ground and we are having the resultant effect. Okay, going forward, I think there is need for us to continue to manage this place, which require much fund. And I want to appeal to whoever in the society to come to the aid and assist the University of Ibadan.
Which means that restoration is what every state in this country can do.
I've been part of this project from inception, and it's always my joy coming to see the progress being made. And I could see that this place is turning to a tourist center, a research center, and then it has really, been achieving the aim and the goal. And I know that years to come, people will come here to come and relax and enjoy nature.
Recommendation for this project is that all stakeholders should come together and develop a policy which will state the mission, the goals, and the management practices that they can use to achieve sustainable practices.
We are on our way to the UI teak plantation. The plantation was established between 1951 and 1953 and is one of the oldest, if not oldest, in Nigeria. The plantation is still standing inside University of Ibadan. This is the teak plantation we'll be talking about, planted between 1951 to 1953, and as you can see, it has been growing pretty well.
Awba Dam project is a mix of many things. It has the ecotourism component, it has the arboretum component, it has the species conservation component, it has the seed production and genetic conservation component.
So I noticed that you said it was mostly the indigenous species that thrived. What were the challenges? What was the reason for that?
They don't like competition, they don't like drought. Those two things led to massive mortality of knotlet. And let me just tell you something. Many of the exotic species have invasive and degrading attributes. So this is what we call the dynamics that you see on the field. So you, as a restorer, so that you will not end up being called that you fail, you have to be very creative.
And I want us to observe the landscape difference between Polytechnic of Ibadan and University of Ibadan. You'll be able to compare.
Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria is the first and foremost research institute in the country. And we have 7 colleges spread across the geopolitical zones of Nigeria, where we offer diploma and HND. Friend is 70 by this year. He's 70 years old. So it is an old institute. Apart from that, we are having about 21 outstations across the geopolitical zones. We are having about 5 centers. These are all friend family. Thank you. I appreciate it.
On behalf of the team lead, Professor Mrs. Adegoke Akinyele, and the co-team lead, Professor Samuel Oladujegbe, just not my name. The entire participants in the training on landscape restoration dynamics and governance for forestry practitioners in Nigeria are thankful for your warm reception towards us. We have never seen it this good before. You brought yourself, your time, your energy, and your resources in welcoming us, taking us around, educating us more on the importance of this Forest Research Institute. There are so many collaborations in future we are going to have with you, and we pray that you also bring much of your time into taking us around and educating us more, because we believe that this is not the only place there are, but due to want of time and their energy as well, because some people are down, some people are hungry, some people even want to go back and sleep. But we pray that when next we come, we will be prepared, and we believe that you are also going to be prepared for us. Thank you once again, and may God bless all of us. Thank you.
After 3 years, we are here again to show or to observe what the restoration project has been able to achieve. We can actually confirm that trees do heal degraded land. So we want to invite partners, relevant partners at local, national, international level to support this project, to partner with us. This site is for training, it's for preservation, for conservation, and to ensure that we can also support climate change mitigation. On behalf of the entire team, I want to thank the university management, from the Vice Chancellor and his management team for completely supporting and backing this project. I'm happy that we are able to show them what we can do. I also want to thank the project coordinator, Professor A.O. Omole, who has solidly supported this project, and all members of the team, the technical staff, to the students, and everybody that has played a major role in us bringing the project to where it is today. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time with more good and success stories. Thank you and bye for now.
Restoration.